Hi, I'm Dylan and I'm here with another weekly tarot reading. Before we begin, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who shared these videos with other people, and anybody who's had an online or a live tarot reading from me. I really appreciate the interest that people have shown. Thank you for that. Also, before I go on with the weekly tarot reading, I'd just like to mention that we're going to be starting a new segment called Tarot Magic. You can expect the first video from that later in the week. Here I'm going to talk about some of the things that I do alongside just pure tarot when I read for people, and I'm also going to give you a taste of some of those things and show you a bit how you can do them for yourself. Anyway, on with the weekly reading. First of all, we have the Five of Cups reversed. The Five of Cups can be a card of regret, of things not going your way, emotional upheaval, sadness, but reversed it suggests that either that's something that's diminished or it's something that's going away. Next we have the Ace of Cups, again reversed. The Ace of Cups can be a card of new relationships, new beginnings, new creative endeavours. Reversed, it sometimes suggests the end of a creative endeavour, but more often it seems to be, moving on from the beginning into a new phase. And finally, we have the Nine of Swords reversed. The Nine of Swords can be a card to do with defeat, feeling trapped, feeling that you don't really know which way to turn, or that the forces are arrayed around you. But again, reversed suggests that this is the meaning of the card in this reading is more that these things are coming to an end. Now, putting those three things together, I immediately get a sense that this is going to be a week where, especially for those involved in creative endeavours, you're going to get an opportunity to move past some sadness that you've had in the past, but also to move on from the first phase of what you're doing, to get more confident in who you are, to let go of things and no longer think of yourself as a beginner anymore. You'll also find that things that you've maybe felt like were a problem in the past are starting to go away. They're maybe not fully going away by the end of the week, but they're starting to dissolve. And I would really encourage you this week to just to let go of things, to let yourself move on and move into your power more, and to not worry so much about anything that you may have found was a challenge in the past. Now, taking this basic reading, I'm going to just take a couple more cards to add on to each of the ones we have here. First of all, to the Five of Cups, we get the Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Now, generally, when I put these extra cards, I don't read them reversed or not reversed, so we'll just put those right way up. The Four of Swords is a card, it can be of relaxing, regathering your energy, contemplation, meditation. Here we see, in this particular rendition, we have the lady relaxing under the Four Swords while a cat plays at her feet. In fact, she's playing with the cat, which again shows that relaxation and rejuvenation can be something that you have to put, even though you're not so much forcing it, something that you give yourself time for, make space for in this week. We also have the King of Pentacles, which is the card of a worldly, mature, physical, practical man enjoying some of the luxuries, which, to take with what we've already seen in the three main cards, would suggest that this week, as part of letting go some of those past difficulties and sorrows, of moving past the first phase of what you're doing and letting go of the forces around you, that it's very good to actively let yourself rest, and also to to think about what you've achieved, to let yourself, really take on your own power, enjoy all of that, and enjoy some luxury. We also find here, we have the Empress, this is to add on to the Ace of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, again, is a card to do with worldliness, success, business, material things, practicality, but in a more, I would say, junior way, like a way of starting to explore it, a way of, with a lot of energy. The Empress, meanwhile, is very much a card of luxury, feminine power, the worldly. The Empress is kind of a counterpart to the High Priestess, but whereas the High Priestess is about intuition and looking inwards, the Empress is about looking outward, appreciating the world and everything it has to offer. So taking these two cards together with the initial reversed Ace of Cups, this suggests even further, this is a week to enjoy the worldly, to treat yourself to a little bit of luxury, and to explore who you are and what you've achieved. Now, I will also say luxury doesn't have to be something expensive. It can be just allowing yourself, to do something you maybe haven't done in a while, giving yourself, a few more minutes to enjoy what's around you, coming back to something you haven't done in a while because you felt you were too busy, or maybe you felt, it wasn't serious enough. And finally, we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is a card very much of enjoying family and enjoying, the fruits of your labours, success, worldly possessions. And then we have the High Priestess, which I talked about earlier, is a card of looking inward. It's feminine power, but it's intuition. It's looking at your inner life. Now, taking these two cards in with what we have so far, this even further strengthens the idea of enjoying luxury and also congratulating yourself for what you've achieved. But also the High Priestess, as I talked about earlier with the Empress, is about putting that balance in, having some introspection. Even as you're enjoying maybe a relaxing time, a little treat, you're also thinking about who you are and what you're doing. Here we have Lucy to come and inspect the cards, and come and take part, show you how pretty she is. But as I was saying, we also have this introspection, where you can be enjoying who you are and what you've achieved, even as you enjoy the exterior luxury. So taking all these cards together, I would say this is very much a week to move on, to let go of things that might have been holding you back, to let yourself move to that next level when you're ready for it. But while you're doing that, to also relax, rejuvenate yourself and enjoy everything you've achieved, while at the same time just looking a little bit inward, both congratulating yourself for who you are and thinking about what you really want and need and where you want to go next. I hope you found this reading interesting and useful, and I also hope that it'll give you a lot to think about over the week. Thank you for watching the video. If you've enjoyed it, remember to subscribe and hit the notification button. And also, in the theme of this week's reading, I would say just enjoy seeing Lucy as well. She's really a cat who knows how to appreciate luxury and the material things, and in a way, a little bit of a symbol for this reading. Thank you for your time.